Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
What's up, friends? Welcome back to the TV Terminal. My name is Adam Vale, Senior Editor over at thecoalition.com.
My name is Josh Lamage, writer for the Coalition. How's everybody doing?
Right, welcome back. We are at episode 7 of season 1 of Revival, titled Too Many Secrets. This episode solved, or exposed, I should say, a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets got exposed here. Some that we didn't even know were secrets are like, oh wow, I guess that's a thing. That whole thing with was it the Dark Creek, or what was it? The other case file? I'm already blanking on that name.
Deer Creek.
Black Deer Creek. There you go. The one that May is working on. That's the reporter. All kinds of stuff with that. But real quick housekeeping. Thanks again for everybody that's been tuning in to the coverage and commenting on the multiple platforms, especially here on YouTube. It's been great. Still get questions every once in a while about like how are you getting this episode early? What's this and stuff? If you have Syfy, you get to see this in real time, which is on Thursday nights, and then the following week that episode then pops up on Peacock. It sucks. I know there's a lot of people that don't have the cable. We went through all of that, but that's what's going on here. So when you see this and you see the title, and I'm like, that's not what I see on Peacock. Where you get it's on Syfy. That's how this works. It's an appearance on Syfy. So just wanted to get that out of the way. Another few things. After this, we also have for August 1st, Jason Momoa's new show, Chief of War. That's an Apple Plus show. We're going to be covering that. So if you're interested, stick around. That's one of the other shows. Then that's Josh and I are going to be covering that one. Lawrence and I will come back. We're still covering Dexter Resurrection, which is going on. And we have the Terminal List, Dark Wolf. That's season 2. Right, man, that was an awesome show. That's on Amazon. So we're covering that as well. And then that's our schedule for the summer. And then after that, we have Slow Horses in September. That's another fantastic show. But just wanted to get things out of the way because that's another question I get. And I'm like, oh, you're covering this. Why don't you cover this show? When are you going to cover this show? It's like, it's a lot. It takes a lot of time to run through it. We do a deep dive. If this is your first time, you're like, oh, what's this? What are these jabronis? We do a deep dive. We go through the episode. We're not just hitting the key points. We're going, not trying to linger too much on things, but we're going through the whole process and breaking down and critiquing, reviewing, doing our thoughts, giving our thoughts. But just wanted to get that out the way. Don't want to get too lengthy on the intro with all this. But let's get into it, Josh. Come on, man. This is what we've been waiting for. All the answers. What happened? Did CM Punk get up? Did he also get up when Dana got up? Did he?
Yeah.
No? Oh, he didn't? You know why? Because he's dead. Spoiler, I'm telling you, again, you people should have watched this, but I have a feeling I don't think we're going to see the Czech brothers again. I think that's it. They're dead. We weren't sure about that at the end of the last episode because we see Dana's hands glowing, right? She's glowing over, M's hands glowing over Dana. Okay, she's got powers. She's pulling a Chris Angel over here, right? She's going to revive Dana. Everything's going to be great, right? We're going to see her get up, but we were thinking because Anthony Czech, CM Punk, laying down not too far, right? Maybe like 2-3 feet away. Maybe he could get some of that love. No, he doesn't. I
didn't think he was coming back at all.
I didn't think so either.
He was cooked.
But he is a big name. A lot of people are shocked. They're like, oh, there's no way he's going to die. Yeah, there is, because he's not up to the caliber in the acting world like The Rock, like Batista, hell, even John Cena. John Cena at one point took any role. He didn't even care. And I feel like he still does that till this day. He'll take anything.
Hey, he was in Superman.
There you go. See, I didn't even know. But he even does car commercials. He does everything. You offer him a check, he will do it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did little cameos here and there. And that's why with the CM Punk, with this, it was a short cameo, I want to say, or a short appearance, because there was one cameo in one episode, and then this last episode was his first real episode, and he's gone. That's it. It looks like he's dead. Even when they mention it, throughout the
Probably showed
episode.
up for like one day of filming while on tour.
Probably, right? He was like, "Yeah, all right. How long is this gonna take? I could do it all in one take. Yeah, go in this room. We're gonna put a phone booth. All right, you're gonna hit this guy over the head a few times with that. Can you do that? Yep, 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 yep. All right, thanks. All right, next scene. Go to the other warehouse across the street. All right, thanks. Walk with these dudes. Who are they? They're your brothers. It's gonna be great. All right, now here we go. Cut, 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 cut. Now talk some craziness. We'll give you some really cool lines, and it's a one and done, and you're out. But yeah. Anyway, that's where it kicked off. Just like it left off.
Yeah, so we have Dana on the ground with M, because she was stabbed, as you remember, and so M is holding Dana and crying over her, and we see like tears of blood coming from her eyes, and then all of a sudden her hand is glowing, and now Dana is like,
shout out to Bruce Leroy and Show Enough, other two iconic movie characters and TV land characters that have their hands that can glow. Oh man!
Shout out to E.T.
E.T. Oh yeah, one of his relatives made a cameo in the last episode
and glowing hands.
And glowing hands, and took Jordan poof back. We'll get into a horrible dialogue line that Cooper delivers in the car, but keep going.
But yeah, so basically, M passes out while she's healing Dana. So I guess some of her own self is passed over to Dana. So Dana heals, and now she's getting up, and now she's helping M escape this warehouse, which I would have never foresaw. And then Ibrahim shows up, and he's like, "What's going on?" She's like, "I gotta help my sister. She's not healing." He's like, "Healing? She's a reviver?" She's like, "Oh, yeah." And then we cut to this. Cooper is
it's not only that. Right before we cut to this, though, she was like, "Oh, where's the kids?" "Oh, Cooper's cool. He's in the car. What about John?" I don't. She's fine. I'm sure she's good where she's at. Yeah. I was like, let's just brush off the fact that this alien
deity came
showed
down
up.
And took her.
They touched fingers, ET style, and poof, she fireflied. But yeah, this scene, if you're watching this, we got
this little kid's gonna need a lot of therapy.
But and he needs acting classes as well. I'm just saying.
Let's play.
Let's just play. I mean, he's young. I get it. I don't want to go hard on him. I get he's a kid, but he needs more emotion in delivering these lines. And maybe it's a showrunner's idea, or maybe it's a director's, I should say, not showrunner, sorry, director. Someone pointing directors like, "Hey, can you feel sad? If someone killed your puppy or something, can you do that and then deliver these lines with some emotion?" Here we go. Let's just hear this, people.
I don't know. You got shot and Antium's really sick. And Jordan touched this big glowy thing, then poofed away, and now everyone's gonna find out what Antium did to those people, and then Grandpa's gonna put her in a camp.
He seemed like so chill about that.
Yeah, it's like, all right, can you remember this? I get it. That's a lot of lines, but he just delivered it flat. And you remember this scene, people. Dana's like trying to get an insight in his head. He should be concerned. He should be freaked out. He was standing right there when he saw an alien life form touch fingers with his little friend, and then they disappeared. He should just be shaking, sweating, and be like, just
I feel like someone's kid would be like freaking out, crying.
yeah, freaking out, crying, nothing. He's just like, oh, and then this happened, and then oh yeah, Grandpa's putting everybody in camps. That's a little traumatic. I don't know.
Maybe he's just desensitized at this point. Like, it's just been too much.
No, I can't give any more excuses. I don't know. No, it just didn't deliver the lines. It fell flat.
Dana's like, "Okay, look, like, I'm gonna get this all figured out. You're gonna go with Jeannie. She's gonna get you. You're gonna stay with her for a little bit. I'm gonna find Auntie M. Shout out to Wizard of Oz.
There you go. Oh, we'll shout out for people like, who's Jeannie? What's going on? Jeannie's the front desk clerk over at the precinct. So that's that. That's not the part. She's too busy. She's also got the support group for the revivers. She does AA. She does I don't know, marital services. She's too busy.
I hope she's getting paid for all this.
She's getting some kind of perks. She's got to be getting some perks. But yeah, Jeannie's over here moonlighting as a babysitter as well. But I think this is the way of the show saying, can we get this kid off the screen? We'll put the kid on for key moments because he had to be there because of Jordan. But
Dana says something. She was like, "Well, I'm gonna also find Jordan." And he's like, "Mom, like, she's okay. She was taken and she vanished. Like, it's gonna be fine. You don't believe me?" She's like, "Yeah, I believe you, but like, I don't understand."
Mr. Ibrahim also saw the fire again, talking like a baby. It's like, come on, even then you'd be in shock.
Adam, you're like his biggest op right now.
I'm just really upset. This was this moment. This is this actor's moment to shine. Come on. It's like Sixth Sense. Remember? It was like, I see dead people. It's like, yo, I saw an alien, Mom. It's like, what do you mean? Stop. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? You're just like everybody else. I hate this whole town.
You think Mom would believe us?
Probably not. I don't. Who knows? Mom is up in the air with some things, maybe. And then she'll be like, "How much pot did you smoke?" You know, she would answer all kinds of questions. But
so then we get Blaine talking to the new recruit, that new kid. What's his name? Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler the Creator. Shout out to Tyler the Creator. So he's talking to him. He's got plans for him. Now, this is the same guy, Blaine. This is the same one from earlier, right?
Yeah, that's the one that got branded.
Got branded.
And we heard that creature, which I don't know if it's the same creature that we saw before. There's similarities with the light and stuff, but it's like, I don't know if one creature's evil and one creature's good or not. Or
yeah, because if we remember, and then maybe I'll make something out of this one. When Blaine brings this guy in and he says, "You're going to get branded," he says, "All right, you're ready." He takes him into a room, bright light, puts his hand, touches something, comes out, lifts up his hand. He's got the marking. We've seen that marking before. Later in this episode, we're hearing what it seems like they grabbed Wanda, one of the other people from that reviver support group, whatever, and they're feeding Wanda to some kind of creature. It sounds like an alien life form, right? It's growling, rah, rah, it's doing all this stuff. And he's like, "What's going on here?" And he's like, "Oh, this is good. Don't worry about it."
Maybe it's all about transfer of power, because we see M, when she gives power to Dana, maybe it's something about giving the power back to the alien or something. Maybe like it's
maybe, but it's just weird. So yeah, he's got him here though.
He's making it religious. He's making it a religious thing.
Well, he's a reverend.
I know.
The other thing that we learned in this episode, he's got a radio show. We can't say podcast because of the time period, but he has a radio show. And he was a pastor's son who went adrift and found his own way. And now he starts preaching about sending the demons back to Hades and all that, talking craziness. And it's I wonder, and hopefully they'll bring this up later on. Was he always talking crazy like this before Revival Day? Or like, was he just big into like conspiracies or something?
I feel like they would have said something like, "Oh, he's cuckoo,"
They don't really talk about. That's another issue I have with the show. Besides Cooper, it's how certain characters and stories just sort of drift off. Not once is M worried about, "Where's Rhodey? What's going on, Rhodey?" Wayne, who dumped him in a box. And oh damn, I forgot I left this kid with no food or water.
He doesn't come back. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, no one comes back for him. Same thing with Blaine. No one's bringing up the whole thing with Blaine and his situation and the role that he plays and talking crazy and all the stuff that he wants to go and unleash war. He's building a militia, all that stuff. These are things that should be brought up, but it's just forgotten. Or the fact that, no, we'll get into the whole thing with the checks.
But speaking of the checks, and I don't know, this is kind of like the most disappointing thing for me with this episode. Because obviously I've been wondering how Wayne was going to find out about M. And I was wondering if there was going to be some big reveal or some like really cool thing. He just sees a video of her stabbing the guys in the hallway at the check factory or whatever. And he's like, "Oh my gosh." And then he comes home and he's like, "You didn't tell me that Martha died." Like,
yeah, he looks at Dana, because then this is when Dana's already home and she's got the blood on the clothes. She's clean. So it's like, "Oh, what the hell? Are you a reviver too? What is everybody revivers?" I don't know. Like an Archie Bunker. I'm waiting for him to just sit down on the couch. I was like freaking out. But no, and she said, "No, I'm not a reviver. Yeah, she revived me. She healed me. She's special. She's got some power. I don't know if they all have that ability."
She was like, "It was biblical."
Yeah, right. Again, I always give friends of the show, Chris Angel, shout outs, but man, the way he would levitate sometimes, I'm sure in certain parts of the world, if he was to pull that magic trick off, that illusion, people would bend the knee and start praying to the man. Come on now. I mean, he's exposed how he does the levitation, but come on. You know what I mean? There's some people that just would be like, "No."
I saw a guy turn a napkin into a snake the other day, and I was in the comments were like, "This is evil."
See, and he was just on the train, and you gave him a 5 spot, and you're like, "You know what? Thanks, that was awesome." And then he just disappeared. There you go.
But Dana says something really cool here. She goes, you turned everybody in the town against revivers. You took them from their homes and you put them in camps. Like, why would Martha trust or like tell you? And he's like, and then he was like, wait, Ibrahim. She mentions Ibrahim because she says that she's with Ibrahim, and he's like, well, you told Ibrahim over me. She's like, well, Ibrahim figured it out, and I didn't tell you.
Yeah, Ibrahim, he pretty much figured all of this out and was talking to himself. Like a big part of this episode is that Moore Creek, right? The water and all stuff. And that was like him talking to himself on a recorder when he brought that up. He was like, I think this is a ground zero for everything. It's Moore Creek.
Oh, that was good. You sounded just like him. That was crazy.
That's it. I'm telling you, I'm getting into it. I'm going to start getting into voice work. I'm going to do some of that on the side. That was crazy. I should do that.
But yeah, so Wayne was like, how did Martha die? And Dana's like, well, this is something I've been working on. I've been trying to figure this all out. And then all of a sudden, we just hear all this commotion outside. And Wayne walks outside, and it's the mayor. I think we have another clip of a picture of this. Oh, well, this is Wayne coming home finding blood stained.
Yeah, that was a Blaine. He's like, oh, what? Are you a reviver? And then, this is Mayor Ken over here. And he starts throwing blows.
He just walks up to him and punches him.
Yeah, but it sounds like it wasn't the first time.
It's a usual thing,
right? Yeah, like he's like, I've done this before. You get on my nerves.
He's not gonna duck, but he's like, yeah, it's all your fault. I gotta escape town with my wife. He's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, the governor's sending a general. She's taking over. This is they're declaring martial law.
Yeah, and that's when, and then just perfect timing. The general had shown up, right? General, was it Cray or Kale? There you go, Kale. General Kale shows up, full garb with all the medals and all that, and has like a SWAT with her. Says, all right, this is it. We're taking control. Martial law. He's like, yeah, we get it. And grabs the mayor's wife because she's a reviver. And I don't get Diane. That. And Diane, well, wait, Diane.
I think that's his wife.
Well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, all right, then that's her name.
They take Diane away. That's
Mayor's wife. Mayor's wife, Diane. They take her away. Mayor's freaking out. It's like, no, you can't do this, my family. Because he was going to leave. He was going to try to break out of the town. Because remember, they're still under quarantine.
Yeah, but they tackled her down. They took her. They took him.
Yeah, that's it. But it's a mess. But yeah.
So then we have M in bed. She has a fever. Ibrahim is looking after her. And then we hear all this commotion and stuff on the news. Like they're rounding up all the revivers. There's a reviver that kills a bunch of people. They're looking for her.
Yeah. Or the person they didn't even know. So it's just a manhunt for this person that killed the Czech brothers and a few other people. And which I think it was all the Czech brothers. I don't know if there was any regular.
3 of them.
Yeah, there was nobody else. It was just the Czech brothers. They're all gone. I'm waiting for the mom to come out. Because we haven't heard from her either. I thought maybe in that news report, it was like, how do you feel? My boys, my good old boys.
By the way, would you want this painting?
Oh, right, exactly.
It's on sale.
I'm having everything must go sale to pay for the funeral expenses of my boys. Oh, no, I don't know. But it's just funny that they had such a big part up to this point, and then it's just poof, out of sight, out of mind. Let's not even talk about it.
But it really just opened the whole door on the whole operation and how, like, the value, and that's a big focus of this episode, the value of the revivers in their lives.
Yeah.
And then we see Mei Tao, which was the reporter. And we finally get her name. I don't know if they mentioned her before, but this is the same reporter that got the hard drive in the earlier episodes. The same reporter in the last episode that tried to tell Dana to look at her files about Black Creek, and Dana was refusing. And
the same reporter that was in episode 1, first 5 minutes. She was at the crematorium with our boy Randy when when Revival Day started.
I love how that ties back. Yeah. I love how that ties back because I thought it was just like a one-off, just like random funny thing. Like the guy comes out of the crematorium screaming. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because I mean, hey, what about the naked guy? It would have been great to see him just in the precinct, like with a robe on or something. And I was like, I still don't know how I got here. That could be the running joke because you remember he was just running across with no clothes on because he just got up off the slab.
We cut to Miles still being tested and tortured, and he's like, I've done everything. Like, he's trying to talk to the other doctor that's there, like, please help me. And then one of the guards is like, shut up. And then we get the general walking through the hallway, and she says, like, there's 19 dead, 3 of our.
But wait. But then we also, this is the only cameo that he pops up for this episode. Rhodey.
Oh, Rhodey, yeah.
Remember, he's in the other stuff. Stay strong, bro. Stay strong.
You can't break your spirit, brother.
Exactly. And you know what? Maybe they don't need to eat or drink. You know, I brought that up before, and yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they don't.
I mean, I
It's
think
not
they would.
needed.
They'd like probably die though.
But you would think at this point they would do some kind of experiments on Rhodey or like the same thing they're doing Miles. But for some reason they like just going after Miles. Meanwhile, Rhodey's the one that likes to do self-mutilation on stage. He might be cool with all of this, you know. It was like, all right, let's try a little bit of here. He likes it. He was like, hold on, let me put my hands up. Let me here we go.
Are you guys filming this?
Right, exactly. You know, let me get some clicks. You know,
yeah, so Wayne is there with the general walking through, seeing this whole thing at the base where they're experimenting, and now it's like a camp for all the revivers. So they're making cells and things for them. And then we see the mayor walking past, and they're like, oh, you know, he made a deal with us so that he could be safe and, you know, things could be working out for him. And Wayne screaming at him, he's like, you told him about Martha?
He was like, I didn't really have to say much. He was caught on camera.
If you don't care about my family, why should I care about yours?
Exactly. He was like, I'm gonna come get you. And I don't know. I was waiting for him to just jump on him. You son of a bitch. You know, I get you, you son of a bitch. But no, he just, I guess he made a deal. But what's the deal? It can't be that the mayor can leave with his wife, right? That can't be a deal.
Nah, I can't be a deal.
What do you do? What's the deal then? They just go home?
He traded the information and because they arrested him initially.
Yeah, no, they arrest him, but all right, so I guess he's out, but is he still mayor? I guess so,
I would assume.
Why
so,
not?
Yeah.
You know, shout out to Mayor Adams, one of the best mayors we ever had in New York. You're the best. Thanks, right? Everybody loves him. All right.
Maybe.
Yes.
No, actually, no, I don't think so. But anyways.
Oh, he gave us our stadium in Queens.
Oh, okay.
That much. That's all I'm saying. I don't care about all this other shit. I'm just glad he opened the door to get that stadium in Queens. Etihad Park. Shout out 2027.
So then we have Blaine before all this. Mm-hmm. We have Blaine in he's talking on the whole his radio station, and you could see a poster in the background saying like local son becomes stigmata boy. So I guess he had holes in his hands, like as a miracle that happened to him, or maybe he did it to
ministry. Stigmata. That's a great song.
And then Dana's also looking over the facts in the case, and yeah, Blaine is a reverend. Tyler's right.
This part threw me off. With everything going on, why is she just dwelling on still the murder of who killed M? You have other issues now. Now it's to protect M and to get everyone in order or in a safe environment, because we hear all this
that's
going
how
on with
you
the general.
M.
I don't know if this murder part, because all right, even then, the fact that she has the files, right? These are all Brent's files. And she had a friend or somebody else at the precinct was able to sneak them out to bring them to her. Well, we didn't get to that point. Maybe it's Gina. Leave in the comments, people, if you remember this, you know, and if you made it this far, again, please give us a subscribe, jump in. But anyway, the point is, I think it's Gina then that got her the access to the files. But is this what you would be thinking about?
Jeannie?
Is it Gina? Yeah, sorry, Jeannie. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems a little like it's slowing down the tempo of the episode itself, because with everything getting so fast paced, we got a general in town, and now they're gonna create this camp and do all the stuff going on. We got the M, who at this point, Dana doesn't know if she is fully recovered or what's going on. They just know that she's with Ibrahim at Ibrahim's place, you know, because he says he may think he has a way to help her. Then that should be the point right there, just to try to get to M and figure things out that way.
Well, she's trying to see how this all connects, because again, someone tried to kill them. She doesn't know if they're still out there, gonna hunt them in the future. So she's obviously rounding up all her corners. this whole thing, because at this point right now, she doesn't know that they're all manhunting for M right now. She's about to find out soon. So right now she comes back and she's thinking, okay, like how could I protect M? And as she's healing, you know. But then we have the next slide, even the one before this, where we see the general, and she's like, "We're gonna hunt Martha down," and he's like, "I know generals in my time. You're not a general."
Yeah, I didn't understand that. And him on the floor, how did he end up on the floor?
They just came with him on the floor.
That's what I'm saying. It's like the scene just showed. Maybe there was a cut and they didn't like the performance of how he made it to the floor. Maybe it was a bad, like, oh, someone pushed him and hit him. Yeah, we just see that he's on the floor and he collapse out of just stress. You know, it's like, oh no.
Yeah, like, why are they torturing him? Like
it doesn't really make much sense considering he is still the chief of police. But then again, it's martial law. She's the higher up representing the country, past above the mayor. I think even above the governor put her in this position. But anyway, yeah, he's on the floor, and this is where she starts threatening, and it's like, all right, where's your daughter? And
he's like, I don't know. She's like, you're gonna tell me. Gets up, points a gun at him.
Yeah, points the gun at him. Really? This is what you're gonna do? You're gonna threaten the mayor at gunpoint on the ground? Like this is
chief,
the chief. I mean, did I say the mayor?
Sheriff.
Oh, man, yeah. See, there we go. Oh, no, sheriff. Yeah, I did say sheriff. Yeah, he was a sheriff. But at this point, he's out of it. He's like, and honestly, he's still their father. So I think even if he knew where M was, he wasn't gonna say anything.
This is the most truthful I've seen him be too. He was like, just do it.
Yeah,
my kids already hate me.
Just get it done. He's like, the kids don't like me. They don't trust me. I couldn't protect them.
She didn't tell me. She didn't trust me enough.
Nope, he didn't know. So he doesn't know where she is because he didn't even know she was a reviver until he saw that video. So hey, just pull the trigger. Just do it. Now it would have been a shocker if she said okay and she took the shot, and then that would have been another shock death in this show. That would have been
wild. That would have been really wild.
It's like, oh, there we go.
Because then we were really looking at the general like, oh,
see, she because that's the thing, right? You want to make a mark when you bring in a powerful, powerful figurehead like this, a general, make an impact. I get the impact was taking Ken's wife, the reviver, away. It's like, oh wow, you did that, but we didn't really care about that character as much.
So it's like Glenn with The Walking Dead, like how that guy came in and just killed him. It's like it really makes an impact, that kind of thing. So
well, yeah, it does make an impact. I mean, yeah, definitely. With Negan, you can't say that guy. Put some respect.
My bad. I don't watch that show.
Damn.
I stopped that show after season 4.
Oh no, don't get me started. Don't get me started. That's that's my show. Yeah, shout out to I Am Negan. That's my other show. You can check it out on the Koalition. We still cover Dead City and Daryl Dixon. That's
still going.
Still going. Dead City season 2 was horrible, and we poo-pooed it. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep it clean. We poo-pooed it real bad over on the Koalition on the YouTube. You can see it, but it still got renewed for season 3. So somebody was watching it besides us. But Daryl Dixon is a fantastic show. That's Daryl traveling all through Europe, coming across running walkers, infected walkers, to glowing walkers, superpower walkers. Yeah. Next season, he's going to be in London. He just left Paris.
Oh, European tour.
Yeah, and it's filmed on location. So it's not some back lot in California to make it look like London and Paris. They're filming on location. There you go. Just want to spew that in there. I guess it's still relevant. It's zombies and revival stuff. So it makes sense. But
the police are now coming to Abrahams' place. He wants M to drink the water sample that he had from Moore Creek. He's like, this is my Hail Mary. Like, please drink this. And we hear like all this commotion in the building. I mean, are they there like just checking every place? Or are they looking for Ibrahim specifically?
I was thinking about this because when we're watching it, we hear them banging on the door, the police. So we were assuming, I thought, were you assuming also that they were banging on his door?
I heard it was like open up and all this stuff.
Yeah, it made it seem we hear a baby crying and all that stuff. But I think that's what it is. They're going door to door. Why? That I don't understand. Because if they're looking for Ibrahim, right? Because remember, he got that text. It was like, they're coming for you, the whole thing, they know. Then they would know where he lives. He's
Yeah.
CDC. They have him on. I'm sure they probably put him up in that apartment.
Yeah, they gave him that part.
You know what I mean? He didn't just look up, all right, Airbnb, this and that. How am I gonna be here? I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how these people came back to life. No, I'm sure the government put it all together. Again, this is like a loophole type of thing within the story. But the other part of this that doesn't make much sense is he's like, all right, he gives her some of the water. She says she feels a little better. It's like, all right, come on, let's go. We got to get out of here. Go through a fire escape. Show at least a fire escape. They're going through the front door in the same hallway with all the police banging on all the other doors. That doesn't work for me.
They walk past the police.
Come on now. Yeah, it's like, oh, don't look at me and my
sick. We have to go.
Yeah, don't look at me and my sixth girlfriend over here. Yeah, I'm taking her to the hospital. No excuse would work at this point. And they just cut it. It was like, all right, you just see whenever I get really into critiquing something like this, I give an alternative solution that I think would have worked, and it would have been a fire escape. Just have a fire escape. Like, all right, open up a window, even if you don't have the prop of a fire escape.
They be
just
outside.
Make it look like it. Just say, hey, just have them say, all right, there's a fire escape. We're gonna go through that. Okay, just drink some of this. Here we go. Cut. That's it. We don't even have to see it, but he said it. And then we can use our imagination of that's how they got out instead of just saying, all right, we're going through the front door. When we hear all these guys banging door to door, doesn't make sense.
Yeah. We get Dana. There's a bang at the door and someone comes in. She comes up with her gun pointed and it's her father, Wayne. She's like, what are you doing here? They let you out? He's like, yeah. And I wanted to stop by here because I need a drink and your house was closest.
Oh boy, this whole thing here, I don't want to say it was fluff or filler. It definitely moved a little slower. It was a lot of just talking about their life and things going on and how all this happened. And
she's filling him in on the case. They're trying to figure out alternatives.
I get it. It needed a moment. This had to happen. You know, this coming to terms with everything with Wayne. Now they're all on the same page, but it came in two parts because we get one part here and then some other actions and stuff that we'll get into, and then it comes back to it, and they're still doing the same thing, trying to figure out what to do. Which is the bottom line is follow the money, and we'll just get it out the way. It was just like, all right, you're working on this case. All right, you take the lead. This is your case. You're protecting your sister. Whole thing. Brent, he did this. Was he a hitman for hire? How do we know? Yeah. Follow the money. Take a look at his bank account, see what's going on with that.
Yeah, and she got like they got a little heated with each other. She said this whole thing. She insulted him a bit. And then he was like, you know, she's like, and I feel like you blame me for mom's death. And he's like, that's in your head. You know, talking doesn't bring back the dead.
Talking doesn't bring back the dead.
He's like, whatever. Yeah, good line though.
It is a good line, but but then on the flip side, in some cultures, it's like talking about the dead just keeps their spirit alive. Yeah, I mean, what was it? Oh man, with the little kid. Oh man, the animated movie. The movie. Oh, it was so sad. Oh, with the Hugo, not Hugo. I'm blanking.
It's a Pixar movie.
It'll come to me later on.
Soul?
No. A little Mexican boy and his
Coco.
Coco, yes. Remember? Oh, that was so
That's
sad.
A good one, yeah.
With the grandma and stuff. Oh, shout out to Coco.
That's a good one.
Oh,
I saw that for the first time this year.
What?
Yeah, that's the same reaction every year. I told my girlfriend, she was like, we're sitting down now and we're watching this.
Such a good movie.
I miss grandma a lot after that.
That brings everyone to tears. That brings everyone to tears in the house. All right, sad moment done. Here we go. All right, there we go. They're sitting around the table.
Wayne, whatever I've done it out of your best interest. And I think we have to split up to get the facts together. Then that's the scene. Next is the scene that you were talking about with Blaine. Not just yet. But
yeah, no. I'll take this off because they didn't have it. But yeah, the Blaine one. That was interesting. Let's talk about that one because that just what is going on?
We got the audio for that one.
Do we have the audio? No. We have the Ibrahim audio. Did I skip that part? Did I forget to play the Ibrahim?
Let's play it. Let's see what we got.
No. We didn't because Ibrahim, when he gives the speech, this was out in the woods, if I remember right. Should we just play it?
No.
No.
Yeah, let's wait on that.
I'm pretty sure it was later on, but and it definitely wasn't at this point when he's talking to Tyler, because Tyler was like, "I'm ready." This is after Blaine gets off his radio show talking or even about taking the demons back to Hades.
Tyler watching the video.
Yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, watch this video." And he's like, "Who's that?" He's like, "Is that Wanda from that revival meeting?" He's like, "That's not Wanda. That's whoever came back. Wanda died." You know, it was like, okay, you're getting all creepy, getting deep with it.
You hear all these voices and creatures, like that same creature voice thing that we saw before with the glowing light.
Yeah,
now we don't see it. We don't see it. We just hear Wanda screaming, and we see like the horror in Tyler's face.
Yeah. That was, and he was like, "Oh man, there we go." He's like, "Oh, now you're part of us." So it wasn't the hand thing. That wasn't enough. He had to hear this. You know, and then of course at the end of it, they're doing the chanting, the group. So it confused me, because I would think that should have came first before the brain. Like, it's like, "Oh, I want to be part of it. All right, hear this. What is that? That's crazy. What's
He
happening?"
needed his dedication first to in order to
what are they
though.
saying? And then he would say, "All right, let's go to the basement. Let me show you."
He does say, "This is how we're gonna cleanse Wassa. This is how we're gonna cleanse." So then we have Wayne back with Dana again, and he's like, "How did you manage to steal Brent's notes? Like, how did you steal?"
That was the whole thing.
JP steal? Who's JP?
Jabroni, who knows? Doesn't even matter. But that's what I'm saying. It's like that could have easily been explained when Gina showed up to take Cooper. They could have easily just said, "All right, thanks for watching, Cooper. Did you get this stuff? Yeah. It's in the trunk. Just grab it. Done." Poof.
Well, she tells her dad to check the GPS records from the car, where the squad car was. And then they found out that this guy had another business called Spare Clock LLC.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're wondering, like, okay, well, why was Brent's car at Randy's crematorium
on Revival Day?
On Revival Day. Like, so they devise a plan to go visit Randy, but you have the guards outside. You have the military outside.
Yeah, they're following the sheriff, and then they come up with this crazy plan. I guess it would work. I don't know, but it's just kind of comical. I was like, "All right, here we go. We're gonna start screaming like we're having a fight." They start screaming at each other, doing the cursing. It's like, "I wish you weren't born." Da, 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 da. They're doing that whole thing, and I was like, "All right." You could see from the outside, the officer's like, "Should we get involved?" Like, no. They're just having a little spat. And then Dana takes it to the next level, and she's like, "No, stop!" Screams, and then fuck some shots. All right, yeah, that'll get everybody up. Then the cops go running in. She tases one, and Wayne knocks out the other. So now this gives her time to run off and go exploring at the crematorium to talk to Randy.
Yeah. So Randy's at the morgue. He's really excited to, I guess, talk to someone, and he's like, "Yeah, like." Brent dropped off a body. He said it was this guy that killed himself. So, and the family wanted him cremated. And she's like, "Well, why was he a John Doe if the family wanted him cremated immediately?" And he's like, "Well,
yeah." And then she was asking him, like, "Well, who else was here?" And he was like, "Well, May was here, the reporter." It's like, "What?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a very interesting job in this small town." So she wanted to interview me. It just happened to be the same night. And that's pretty much it. But I think, as we find out later, there was more to it. She was trying to find out more about this John Doe, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because she said she was, later on, and we'll get to it. But
she was tracking it. She was tracking this whole.
But but it's weird though, the fact that he knew that this was not a John Doe. You know the person's name, but and he's like, "Well, it had a tag, John Doe."
I thought that was his name. He said.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Bro,
come on now. That's a lame excuse.
That was yeah,
that makes no sense. But he was like, "Yeah, but it was crazy. He just jumped right out of the furnace and went running like a bat out of hell." Like, okay, if you say so. I don't know. Yeah, wow is right. But hey, what happens here is now we're moving on with this story. We got Ibrahim and he brings her over to Moore's Creek. There's a nice scene where she gets into the water. I think this is when I have the audio. Let's hear it.
She didn't look scared of the creatures. She didn't cry out. She didn't falter. in the face of this large, haunting alien-like creature, being, whatever you want to call it, she went toward it. She chose it instead of us. So maybe, you know.
Maybe not all monsters are bad.
Yeah, that was great because it was in this scene where
Talking about Jordan.
Yeah, they're talking about Jordan and talking about everything that's going on and what's happening. And to her, she has these powers. He says, you know, the whole thing about, oh, if I created a cure, wouldn't you want to be normal? I mean, she didn't have a normal life. She had a horrible life. That condition and everything that was going on with her. This is great. So far, she has taken out the bad guys, revived her sister. She's done some good in her eyes. And so maybe it's not all bad. And that's when he was referring to the whole thing also with the alien that took Jordan, who I think was still just a host, because we don't see other revivers having this calling to go to an alien. I mean, look, M is right here. She's not having flashbacks of this alien. She's having flashbacks of maybe the murder and some other things happening, and she has flashbacks of what took place, actions that she did over with the Czech brothers, but she's not seeing this life form thing, and she's acting like herself, unlike Jordan. Remember, the parents are like, that's not our kid. I don't know.
There's something wrong. Well, so I guess they were right.
They were right. They were right. So they weren't just upset or super religious, because I think that's how the show is portraying. And shout out to the show, because they fooled us. And it was like, oh man, they're grateful that that kid came back and this and that. And even Dana said it. But no, it seems like definitely something else was here. It's like an omen type of situation. It's like, that's not my kid. But yeah, she baptized herself here.
Yeah, but in the woods they also had a guy following them, and we've seen him before. But yeah, she baptizes herself here, and as she's in the water looking up, she sees Ibrahim looking at her, and she's feeling better, I think. And then she sees a vision or a flashback of Aaron, the professor, looking over at her. So she's like, a flashback of her death, and she's like, I died here. In her mind, she's like, I died here. And then we see somebody in a skull mask looking over her, like a ram or something. And then it shows Ibrahim getting taken, and then M comes out of the water, and you just see Ibrahim on the ground, and this guy, that same hooded figure, staring at her.
Yep. And then you know what he said after, right? Remember? He said, "Mind freak."
So Dana's pondering the case, and then she's like, wait, I have to go and figure out what basically what May had to do with this. So she breaks into May's house. May comes downstairs, and she's like, you broke into my house? And she's like, why is your board on your wall the same case board that I have in my house? How does this relate? And she's like, oh, did you read the Black Deer file? And she's like, I did, but I don't understand how. What was her name? Rose,
yeah. Rose and Jesse. There was again, this is the part when we're like, too many secrets. This is just coming to light now. We heard about this case the last episode, but now it's coming forward that this is a big part of everything that's happening here.
Yeah.
Because of the case file. And that's what May was investigating. She has nothing, because it has nothing to do with M. She didn't even know that M was a reviver. She's still trying to solve this case. And Dana makes it seem like it was solved. I still don't know all the facts, or trying to put together from the way they explained it, but it looks like Jesse was accused of something.
And then she let her go.
She cleared, Dana. Sorry, Dana cleared Jesse, and maybe it was the death of Rose. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe they accused him. It also sounds like he lives on,
like he left. Nearby. Like they're saying, like he left and killed her or something. Maybe that's
and he's from the nearby reservation, right? That's another part of this whole story that's changing things up. Now we'll get into that later on, because I have some issues with how they explained that part. But from what I'm gathering, and again, people in the comments, go ahead and let us know if you got this all right. But it sounds like during the case, Jesse was accused of a murder of Rose. Then she got him off. Dana realized, no, you didn't do it. And he left and then came back, and some stuff happened. But anyway, the case file is this. And that's why May wanted to find out exactly what really happened. And she thinks that it was Brent, that Brent was involved in that case file and doing all the killings and stuff like that. And and killed Rose.
And then she also tells May that her sister is a reviver, and she's like, I didn't know that. Oh my gosh. And she's like, well, I have something for you to see. So she brings, this is the next picture. She brings Dana into the woods, and she covers her eyes with her, I guess her sleep mask or whatever. And,
the sleep mask. I don't know.
And she's bringing her, and they're like insulting each other and like making little jabs and jokes and stuff about their love life. And then she takes the mask off, and it's M.
M just hugs her first.
Yeah.
She just grabs her and hugs her. Now, I mean, right there, if something just grabs me, if I have a mask, then I'm gonna flip. I'm probably gonna attack it and hurt it. You don't know. You're
So
in
we're
the
never
woods.
we're never throwing you a surprise party.
No surprise party. Don't come up behind me and try to yoke me up. It doesn't work that way. No, sorry. That's it. But anyway, but the whole point is, yeah, now you're gonna be thinking about crazy memories. My shot, and I just realized I'm wearing my Enzo Gracie shirt on. Yeah, my BJJ days. But no, they're in the woods. Yeah, M comes out of nowhere, grabs Dana, gives her a big hug. She takes a massive like, what's going on here? And go ahead.
They go into a trailer, that's on the property, and they walk in, and we see the guy who I guess we thought was a villain, or we didn't know what his story was before. The same person that stole the hard drive before. It's the burn victim, the same one.
The guy who ran out. Yeah, the guy who ran out of the crematorium, the furnace.
And they look at each other, and she's like, Jesse Blackdeer. So the Blackdeer case is revolving around Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
And we see another man in the front of the RV or trailer or whatever it is, and he's Native American, and he's like, I don't know how I feel about cypresses on the lands. I don't want any of the bad luck that you guys bring, but yeah, this is what's happening here. And then finally they turn back to Jesse, and he's like, I need to find out who killed Rose and why this is happening. And I believe that our family story is intertwined, because the same person that killed me, I believe, is the same person that killed you, M.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, because he left. Once Dana let him out, he left town. He said, but then he said he still needed an answer, so he came back, and as we see, he got killed. So May thinks that this was Brent, right? Because she followed Brent carrying a body to the crematorium on revival day, or revival night. But it doesn't seem like that's the case, or else this case closed right now. That's it, because he could have easily said who shot him, who killed him. It was like, oh, it was Brent. Brent killed me, and now he's dead. Thanks. There we go. Case closed. We're done. So
Brent and Aaron, I think, are in cahoots in some way. They work together for somebody else.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't. What throws me off with this is, how does this connect with the big boss that the Czech brothers were working with? Is that done? Does that not even matter anymore? Maybe
there was a hitman involved in this situation, where the same thing, like somebody was upset about Jesse getting out, and maybe the same person, Aaron, hired that same person to get rid of M because of the whole affair. Maybe there was somebody in town that they felt that they could rely on to do these things. And now they're trying to cover their tracks. I mean, that's just an idea.
Yeah, there's got to be more to it, but this throws a twist, because at first we're thinking, all right, it's all about the checks, and that's well, they're all gone. They're all gone. Now we're bringing up this other case here. We got Crispy over here with his face, Jesse. He has a name now, and now it's more about his story. Now, remember, right before all this, M said that she knows who killed her. Now, I guess next episode,
she saw Aaron's reflection. So I don't know if she's saying.
No, I don't think it was that other face, that other mask.
Somebody in a mask, yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Blaine?
Could it be Blaine? That would.
It seemed ritualistic.
Yeah, but then
it seemed too demonic, though.
And it's out of it doesn't make much sense, because it seems like he's just going after all the revivers. And at the time, she wasn't a reviver. She was just a person out on it. That would mean he's a murderer. For what reason?
Right.
Doesn't make sense. Right. Yeah. So then that's why when Jesse says, I think whoever killed Rose killed you, maybe they have a serial killer.
Oh.
Maybe that's it. Someone who is going after. We don't know Rose at this point. We don't. Was she a young girl? Was this Jesse's daughter, girlfriend? Was this? We don't know. But it sounds like it was a woman that was alone.
Could be cool.
Yeah. serial killer, a woman that was alone, boom, gets killed in that same area. Then, as we just found out with
And they
M,
blamed it on
she says
Jesse.
she was in that area. Yep, there we go. Jesse was blamed. They scrapped it. They're like, no, Dana's pretty much figured out there was not enough evidence. You can go, but he wanted to solve the murder. He comes back to town and he ends up dead. Right. So Brent, I don't think he did the killing, but he knows who did. And he was like, hey, I'll dispose of the body. I know how to do this. I know the guy who works at the crematorium. Brings the body down to the crematorium. And then how does this link up to Revival Day? That's the other part of this. So we got three different stories going on. One, the alien being and all that stuff going on. Two, the whole thing going on with Blaine and the cult and their whole crew and how they fit in all this. And three, with Jesse and the murder. Is that all linked together? So we still have mysteries going on in this show.
Pretty good. Pretty good episode.
Yeah, pretty good. Some weak points. Thankfully, weren't too many. We got Cooper. That was a weak point, but I think they knew that, and that's why they just wrote him off. He's always just there, and then has a babysitter and gone. Yeah, he's not really part of this whole experiment or the crew or just going out with them.
I hope he watches this.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his fault. Again, I'm not hating on the actor. I just think he's not delivering the lines well, and he has the look that they were going for, and they're like, all right, this is fine, we'll just take it from there.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, thanks again, everybody. That's it, we're done. Let's wrap this up. If you made this far, thank you. That's great. Please give us a like and a subscribe, because we're going to be covering the rest of it. This is a 10 episode season, so what are we, this 7, 8, 9, we've got 3 more to go. And then we'll see if they wrap things up. Now, if you're new to all this, that we mentioned before, this is based off of a comic series, and that had 40-something episodes or issues. So it went on for a few years. So there's plenty of content if they decide to keep going. I don't know at this point. We haven't heard any numbers. Sometimes they announce it right toward the end if it's going to get renewed, come back for second season. I don't know. I'm curious. Right now, I feel like I haven't seen too much chatter with this show. There's some people that know about it because they know from the comics or because CM Punk was involved, word spread. But other than that, I'm not sure. So we'll see what happens. But
spread the word, share, let people know. A lot of people are looking for things, and the summer's kind of dry right now with shows, I think. So let's get it going.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
A lot of people are outside touching grass.
Well, yeah, touch the grass. It's always tough with shows. It's always the only thing back in the day that ever took off. Again, thanks. If you're done, you're like, oh, they're not talking about. We're not. We're just talking about stuff. But in general, usually in the summertime, it's the movies, right? Like you just said, go outside, touch grass, go to the movies, go to the beach, hang out with friends. It's not really, oh, I have to go home and watch TV. But then again, things have changed. These shows and things you can watch on your phone, on the go, on a road trip. You don't have to be
on
glued
a plane to your vacation
on
destination.
your plane. Exactly. There's other ways to watch content. So yeah, I guess it makes sense. They could sprinkle it out at any point, and we'll see what happens. But hey, we'll be back next week for episode 8, everybody. So again, thanks. My name's Adam. He's Josh, and we'll see you next week. Peace.